Here's the hard truth. If you are new to credit card, you might be making a huge mistake that could damage your credit score before you even get started. But don't worry, I'm here to help. Today, I will be breaking the 5 biggest credit beginner mistakes and how to avoid them like a pro. Make sure to watch to the end because mistake number 5 is the one nobody talks about but is secretly destroying credit score. So hit that like button and subscribe to America Credit Care for the best credit building tips. With that being said, let's get it. Mistake number 1. Maxing out your credit card. Maxing out your credit card might feel like no big deal, especially if you are making payment. But credit utilization is a major factor in your credit score. Credit utilization worth 30% of your overall credit score calculation. So you always want to make sure you keep it under control. When you overuse your credit card, it leads to high balances and skyrocket your interest rate charges, which make it harder for you to pay it in full and drop your credit score drastically. Rule of thumb you always want to follow: keep your credit utilization low. When I say keep your credit utilization low, I do not refer to 30% as financial industries, banks, credit repair company are advertising out there. No, my bottom line is 10% or lower. Why? Because the lower your credit utilization, the better it affects your credit. Quick example, for someone with a $1,000 credit card limit, the request credit utilization should be at 10%, which is $100, which is 10% of your credit card limit. And when I say this, people just get upset for no reason. I'm sure you're already mad. Like, what? If I have a $10,000 credit card limit, I should only use $1,000. If I have a $5,000 credit card limit, I should only use $500. I know you're already upset. Don't be mad. Calm down. Let me explain. You can literally max out your credit card every single month if you understand this one concept: when exactly to make the payment. So when you get your credit card, the first thing you want to do is to call the bank to check on what's your closing statement date and what's your due date. When you have those two dates, you can max out your credit card knowing that you gotta pay that off to 10% or less by the closing statement date. 2 days, 24 to 48 hours before the closing statement date, make sure you pay off that credit card in full. You either pay off in full or you pay it at 10% or less. The due date is just for you to judge your interest rate. When you put the card at 10% or less, your credit utilization part is already fixed. It's already addressed. Now, the due date, if you want to avoid paying any interest rate on a credit card, by the due date, make sure you pay the total balance on the card. If you get this done the right way, you will never have any issue with your credit utilization, with your on-time payment, with your interest rate charges. Not only you will save money, but your credit score will grow over time consistently. Mistake number 2, late payment. In this situation, there are 2 case scenarios. There are people that are just too busy and forget to make their payment. They have generally no idea of when the payment is due, or even if they know when the payment is due, they get too busy and they forget to make their payment on time. Case scenario number 2, these are people that are genuinely struggling. They have financial hardship. They are going through tough moment in their life, financially, mentally. They can't address their payment. Guys, here is the killer. On-time payment worth 35% of your overall credit score calculation. So if you make the mistake to be late on only one account. So let's say you've been on time, you build an 800 credit score, you are late on only one account, you will have your credit score drop down by 35%. So you really gotta be focused on this. You really gotta understand it's very important. It's capital. For people that forget, the solution I have for you is to set up automation. Whenever you get a financial product under your social security, make sure you call the company and have them set up automation. What does that mean? The way it works for me is I choose one account, one for personal, one for business. Every single month, I have all my creditors deduct their monthly payment on each account. If it's business expenses, they deduct their money in the business account. If it's personal expenses, they deduct their money on the personal account. If you don't have a business, don't worry about it. Focus on your personal account. You have everybody, all those creditors, to come in your personal account every single month and charge that bill. The only thing I have to make sure I do is to put money in that bank account. That's all. This can also be set up on a credit card. It doesn't necessarily have to be a checking bank account or a saving bank account. So you set it up the way you want, the way it fits you. But this is something that's been working for me. That's how I able to keep up with all my bills. And believe me when I say I have a lot of transactions going through my bank account every month, so I have no time to pay attention. If you get this set up the right way, you never worry about forgetting your payment. Another strategy I have for people that forget a lot, if you do not want to use the bank account strategy, you can use your calendar. You can take all your credit card and schedule the due date of your credit card. You can schedule it 2 days ahead, like a reminder, to have it automated so that anytime a credit card is due, that can remind you that your credit card is due. An alarm, you can have a notification reminder that this is due and you have to pay off. If you cannot make the full payment, at least if you can, try to keep up with making the minimum payment on the monthly basis. That's the best advice I can give you in this specific situation, because getting late payment reported in your credit report is not fun at all. It damages your credit history as well as your reputation before lending companies. So wherever you go, they will check your credit history and find out that you were late. You are not someone that they can trust. You are not a reliable person. So always try your best to make your payment on time to avoid all this trouble. Mistake number 3, apply for too many credit cards too soon. This one, I made it as a mistake when I was trying to build my credit. Guys, it's not necessary. You are just putting yourself into more trouble. More often, you will get denied. I need you to understand that every credit card application equals hard inquiry added to your credit score, whether you get approved or denied. Those inquiries will drop your credit score and will stay on your credit history for 2 years. The safe way to proceed while applying for credit card is to space out your application within 3 to 6 months. Apply for the credit card that fits your need. This is very important. Do not apply for credit card just because your neighbor did, because your friend did. You do not apply for credit card store just because you feel the need to apply and get a discount. You want to apply for the credit card that will give you the benefit you need. If you are somebody that shop a lot, if you are somebody that travel a lot, if you are somebody that run a business, apply for a credit card based on your specific need, what you do on a daily basis. And most important of all, make your due diligence. Make sure you make your research. Make sure you inform yourself Which credit card do you want to go for? Why do you want to choose that specific credit card? Does that fit my need? Which company is this credit card pulled from? As soon as you can answer all those questions, then it's safe for you to proceed and apply in order to get the best result. Mistake number 4, ignoring your credit report. Did you know that 1 in 5 people have error on their credit report? Yep. And those mistakes can be costing you big time. Quick hack. Get a free copy of your credit report from myannualcreditreport.com. They will provide you with your annual credit report and they get it done once a year. When you access your credit report, look for inaccuracies such as incorrect personal information, fraudulent account, late payment that you didn't actually miss, negative account that you do not recognize. If you find this error on your credit report, dispute them as soon as possible because getting them removed can help you increase your credit score instantly. And if you want to get access to your complete credit report on a monthly basis, I will drop the 2 links down below, the free version and the pay version. The free version can allow you to get your credit report for like once a year, but the pay version allow you to get it on a monthly basis to follow up with your dispute process. And lastly, mistake number 5 is closing your oldest credit card account. This is the most common mistake, and this is the one mistake that kill your credit age. Your credit age worth 15% of your overall credit score calculation. So it's something you want to take very seriously. If you close your oldest account, you shorten your entire credit history, and that will drop your score drastically. What to do instead? Use it. Find a way to use it. If you don't use it, the bank is going to close it because of no activity on that credit card for long. The best thing you can do is to set it up on automation. It doesn't matter. You have a lot of utility bills that you probably can add on that credit card. It can be a light bill, a water bill, a phone bill. It can be as simply as adding it to your Amazon account. You probably order at least one thing from Amazon once a month. I don't know. You gotta add it on the bill you pay on a monthly basis in order to keep activity on that credit card. Alright, let's recap what we spoke about. Don't max out your credit card. It damages your credit report. Don't miss a payment. It's 35% of your overall credit score calculation. Don't apply for too many credit cards too soon. Space out your application between 3 to 6 months. Do not neglect to check your credit report. We never know. 1 out of 5 people have a credit error mistake on their credit report. Lastly, do not close your oldest account. It shortens your credit story and it reduces your credit score. Now it's your turn. Drop a comment down below. Which mistake have you done before? And be honest, we have all been there. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Make sure you turn on notification because I drop game-changing credit tips video every week.